Okay, came back down in the shop today with the intention of, playing around a little bit more with some of the possibilities of how I can use the extrusion in my ultimate work table top. But I decided to slide my top back to its original position so that it's closer to my table saw. What I found out is I would have to remove these bolts. I've got 8 bolts here that would hold my extrusion on this side if I ever use this side to clamp on as a side vise. But what I found out is that as I started to slide it back, these nuts and bolts were hitting this steel support. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbolt this support on this end, flip my bracket. Because it's symmetrical, I can do that. I'll just flip it on both sides, and then I'll be able to move my steel support back here 4 inches. So the only other re-drilling or one more hole I'll have to drill is the drawer support wood piece that's here. I'll drill a hole back here 4 inches, and then I'll be good. So then I'll be able to move my top whenever I want and not have to worry about removing these bolts if I don't use them. They won't be in the way anymore. This won't be in the way anymore. So let me get at that, and I'll show you what I got when I get, or show you what I have when I get done with that process. Well, get everything unbolted. I grabbed my steel support here, thinking I was done and ready to go, but I forgot about this drawer support. So I have to unbolt this and the other ones as well, but then my support will come out. So I have to drill 3 holes. 1, 2, and 3. But that won't be so bad. Okay, it took a little finagling and persuasion, but not so much out here with these brackets, but the bolts. I had a little trouble with the center one, but once I started with the center one, then the other 2 went together instead of working left to right. So I got to put that together. So now you can see that my bracket has been reversed. My steel is on the other side. Right now it's time to go watch a little football, a little Viking football, and then I'll come back and finish this up, probably at halftime or something. We'll see in a bit. Okay, got my top moved back into its normal position, and before I show you the difference, I wanted to show you this, I guess, not before or anything, but that's the clearance I had from the top to the 2x2 steel support. Now with it moved back, now I got 5 inches. So I gained that 4 inches, and now my bolts here, everything is clear. And if I wanted to, I could put a piece of 40-80 extrusion in here and not have a problem at all, because I still have that. I still have plenty of clearance here. I've got 2.5 inches. So this extrusion would fit underneath there without any problem at all. Got my nuts on there, but if I cut this down by about 3 inches here, I could leave that permanently mounted underneath there, which is a strong possibility. About 3 1/4 inches that have to come off of this extrusion. So let me kick that idea around. I think that is definitely something I probably will do. So, all right, anyway, I'll quit mumbling. Thanks for watching. Okay, back at it here. I went to put my extrusion on after I cut it. I did decide to cut one, but I still have interference from my brackets even though I flipped them. That 2-inch piece of metal is just causing this to bump out just a little bit. So it's not gonna end up where I need it to be. So I'm gonna have to cut off another 1/2 inch so that I have a little play. You can hear it hitting those brackets, and then I can slip it in between there. So one more cut and then I can put it on. Okay, that gave me the clearance I needed. Now I can slip it back in here. I'm well past the front. That's how much I had to take off. About 1/2 inch. So I'll get my T-nuts in here. Get them lined up with the holes. Get them close. Vikings won. Finally, they won a game in overtime against the Bears today. So that's about where I want them. So I'm going to take my Allen wrench. Come on. There we go. Let's see if I can catch one of these here. All right, let me get these set up and I'll get back to you. Okay, one last little modification here. If I want to add this extrusion to the outside, I would either have to have these pins permanently located in the slot, because I can't slide. I wouldn't have been able to slide them in and out. But the alternative for me then was to take a Forstner bit, a little bit larger than this diameter disc. So I dropped the center point down, this way, or I mean I drew a center line this way, sorry, of the slot, and then just eyeballed my location. And now I'm just going to chisel this out to finish this off so I can slide that in there, and we'll see how well it goes together. Okay, got that taken care of. Let's see how well this is going to work. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It doesn't have enough slop in it. Well, let me try this. Well, there we go. I just had this side was a little too tight. So I am able to put in one, stop in the other, and now I can tighten this up. You should see this here. Tighten up that connector. Tighten up the far one. And I've got a double two grooves to use now for my festool clamps. Now the other thing that I can do, like I was showing you earlier, loosen that up. So I can turn this around. Tighten it up from the bottom here. And now this becomes a straight edge reference that's above my table. It sits proud of the table by about 15/16. So I could take long pieces, register them against this as a straight edge. I could check and make sure this is going to be 90 degrees, but I'm pretty sure it ends up being that because my top is square, and you can use it that way as well. So lots of versatility using this system here. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Just when you think you're done. I went to put some clamps in here just to try this out. I can't get my clamps in. So I've either got to cut this out, which I think I'll do. I was gonna cut on the other end, but I think I'll do it on this side. What I'm gonna end up doing is just cutting out a mortise. That wide, same depth, so I can slide my clamps in. So let me get a different Forstner bit. I'll drill this out, waste most of this out, and then finish it off with a chisel. Okay, let's see what we got now. There we go. So now plenty of room to put a couple clamps in. Now I'm done. So a little modification on the end here. Access for my festool clamps and an access for my mid extrusion connector, they call it, I guess. So I can put that in, and I can also now put my festool clamps in. All right, now, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.